Hello everyone, I'm Carolyn Clairvoyant and I want to welcome you to my channel. Hello everyone, and I'm welcoming you to your September Tarotscopes. But before I start, I wanted to go through a few things that have been changing. Of course, if you've been checking into my website, you may have noticed it's had a bit of a facelift, which is quite beautiful. However, if you've got your old links in there, you may need to update them so that you're able to get my current links, because that was also changed. I do have a few special announcements, so if you've been following my travels and trying to book in with me, you may be seeing that my events calendar has been quite full. I'm down in Ballarat or around the Melbourne area at the moment. I'm going to be here for approximately about another month. Then I head over to around about Geelong. So this is your chance to connect with me if you want to have a face-to-face reading. Of course, I'm going to be back in Bathurst, New South Wales around about the 7th of November for private face-to-face readings, and also in Mudgee around about the 30th of November and the 1st of December. And you can check out all of this via my carolynclairvoyant.com website, or if you're on Facebook, of course, look me up under Carolyn Clairvoyant. I've made a bit of a change this month. I've decided to give you a little bit of a glimpse into how I work with the tarot. You may be finding that it's quite different, and others may be finding it's quite a stimulus. It's really fantastic for those that are learning tarot as well. You can understand the interpretations through somebody else's feelings or assumptions or training as well. So don't forget, if you also would like to learn tarot, you should check out my website. I also do teach, and I've released my own book and deck, which you will see me using my deck throughout this reading as well. Well, I thank you everybody. I hope you've really enjoyed connecting with me, and I look forward to many months ahead, if not many more years ahead, for us to all join together. So right now, just enjoy your monthly Tarotscopes. Okay, Libra, let's take a look at what September holds for you. Now, of course, we're going to look at the 5 aspects of your life. We'll talk about the home and the family, where you are within yourself right now, your career goals and aspirations, your finances, health and well-being, and of course, your relationship areas. So the first thing you do have around you in connection with the home and the family is the Knight of Swords in reverse. Now, the Knight of Swords in reverse coming up tells you that you are taking into fact or consideration everybody else's concepts or opinions on situations to do around the home. And this could mean that you're making decisions which involve more than just yourself. However, in doing that, you may lose the full purpose of why you were in this position or why you were making these decisions in the first place. So remember, you can't always please everybody or everything. Now, for some, you may be buying or selling. If that's the case, then other people's opinions may be important, but don't get too caught up in too much information, because you may find at the end of the day you have to go back and do the plan that you originally wanted to do. So you don't want it costing you time and energy and money as well. And for others, it's just about staying in the present moment. Some plans and goals may not be ready to happen or hatch right now. It's not to say it's not going to be more fruitful or adventurating a little bit later on, or becoming a little bit more adventurous a little bit later on, but you will be finding that this is a chance for you to really go back and reassess, what is it that I need, what do I want to do, how do I want this to go, and what's the outcomes. Of course, your career goals and aspirations could lead you down to a few unexpected surprises. This could affect the way that you actually start to earn your incomes. We do have the Devil sitting up there, which tells you contracts and agreements may become significant or important with your earned income. However, around your career goals and aspirations, there may be some surprise areas that are going to come in, and you may be finding yourself not really prepared. Obviously, it would be a surprise if you were, occur, but you may be finding that this is a time in which you could see yourself either in a better position. You may be finding that there is a better deal on the table. There might be a work offer or opportunity around you. For those that are looking to go to study, you might just actually get into, you know, 2 absolutely amazing places that you applied for. So you may find yourself coming out of this going like, oh wow, you know, I can do this. The one thing that is a warning here though is that don't waste too much time and energy about that decision or choice. You may be finding there is a little bit more of a sacrifice that needs to be made for you to do that. With this being a promotion or new work or new opportunity, it could require more of your time and energy for you to be able to sustain it. Therefore, you've got opportunity here in which to look at this and go, okay, didn't see that coming, but I'm really happy with that, or no, I don't want to really go with that. Then don't feel that you need to be forced into making that decision right now. Your financial areas, of course, you've got the devil, and this is contracts, agreements. It's also real estate. It's attracting the right vibrations as much as finances are concerned. You'll be finding that this is quite a secure time. You want those agreements on the line, so great for loans and dividends and investments and so forth. Now, because I tend to put this down to real estate and so forth, this could just tell you that the money that is coming enables you to feel quite stable, but it locks you in. That means any commitments that you're making could be for the long term. Of course, you may start them off in September. Of course, Capricorn rules the devil, so therefore you may find that this is much of what you're instigating to make a progressive move, especially over the next few months. Your health and betterment, it does indicate here you're going through mixed emotions where the health and betterment is concerned. Therefore, you may be finding that there are times you're feeling really great and other times you're feeling all over the place. Because I've got the number 7 here, I'm going to gravitate this towards the house of Libra, and the house of Libra rules the blood work, the kidneys, the adrenals, the bladder. You might be finding your body's just going through all these wonderful, marvelous, absolutely great changes, but in that same process, you might be going, oh, I need to look at options on what I can do here. So you might have many differences of opinions going on. You may be looking at different alternatives. Perhaps you're looking at something that's a little bit more being more natural rather than being down the mainstream, or alternatives rather than being through the contemporary. Therefore, this is a chance for you to look at this, but don't get caught up in too much. Too much information can be a little bit dangerous. It can make us feel like we're just doing so much but not getting anywhere. So look at what your options are where your health and your betterment is concerned. Your relationship areas are all about the King of Wands, and the King of Wands is all about communication. You know what you need, you know what you're trying to get others to understand or put together. Therefore, this is a chance in which you're going to be finding yourself very busy with talking, probably writing letters or emails or connecting with people who are going to be quite instrumental. Because the relationship area seems to be quite predominant, and so is your contracts and agreements, perhaps this is about what you're deciding on a whole can have a lot to do with what your next step is with your financial areas as well. Now, for those that are single and looking, obviously the communication cards mean that, you know, getting to know someone, you talk a little bit more in depth, and you may be finding that that attraction to that person is because they're either a great talker or a great listener, and depending if you're a shy person or an, you know, extroverted person, this could be quite beneficial to you. I guess the key to this month is just to be available, to be open, to see what changes can happen, and to also follow through with your word, which is quite important. Your overall influence or spirit's message for you is the High Priestess in reverse. Now, the High Priestess in reverse often tells you that you have had quite a lot of drama sitting around, perhaps since around about February and March this year. You may be finding a lot of this starts to settle or come to a bit of a standpoint up around about the time of September. This is a chance for you not to kind of go down the same route that you may have gone down before with excessive worry or over concern, and then giving in to doubts. So I guess the key to this is taking on board your own opinions, and even though you may feel a little bit surprised that you're bringing in what you really need, don't get too confused or too wrapped up in all these other options. This is about you sticking to your word and staying strong and stable inside yourself. Well, I thank you so much. I hope you've enjoyed your Tarotscopes for the time of the month of September, and I appreciate you tuning in.